Hello everybody, the Quiet Atheist here, and I would like to take this opportunity to welcome you guys to another episode of A Story for You, where I read a story to you guys without offering my opinion. Now, the first video that I did for this series did really well, and if these videos can continue to do well, I will continue to make videos for this series. So let's get to this next story at hand. The title of the story is Satanic Temple's 7 Tenets Are Morally Superior to the 10 Commandments. When it comes to morality, the Satanic Temple's 7 Tenets are morally superior to the Bible's 10 Commandments. Based in Massachusetts and with approximately 20 chapters across the U.S., the Satanic Temple's 7 fundamental tenets are as follows. Tenet 1. Strive to act with compassion and empathy toward all creatures in accordance with reason. Tenet 2. The struggle for justice is an ongoing and necessary pursuit that should prevail over laws and institutions. Tenet 3. One's body is inviolable, subject to one's own will alone. Tenet 4. The freedoms of others should be respected, including the freedom to offend. To willfully and unjustly encroach upon the freedoms of another is to forego your own. Tenet 5. Beliefs should conform to our best scientific understanding of the world. We should take care never to distort scientific facts to fit our beliefs. Tenet number 6. People are fallible. If we make a mistake, we should do our best to rectify it and resolve any harm that may have been caused. And finally, Tenet 7. Every tenet is a guiding principle designed to inspire nobility in action and thought. The spirit of compassion, wisdom, and justice should always prevail over the written or spoken word. Now compare the Satanic Temple's 7 Tenets with the Bible's 10 Commandments, the King James Version. Commandment 1. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Commandment 2. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Commandment 3. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain, for the Lord will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain. Commandment 4. Remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. Commandment 5. Honor thy father and thy mother. Commandment 6. Thou shalt not kill. Commandment 7. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Commandment 8. Thou shalt not steal. Commandment 9. Thou shalt not bear thy false witness against thy neighbor. Commandment 10. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor's. Note, the first 4 of the 10 Commandments have nothing to do with human morality, and are instead all about how to worship God. Note also that those commandments that do have contact with human morality are for the most part all negative. Thou shalt not. Compared to the 10 Commandments list of bad behaviors to be avoided, the Satanists offer a more moral and more optimistic stance, emphasizing positive, pro-social values. Writing at Salon, Valerie Tirico explains the superiority of the Satanic Temple's 7 tenets when compared to the Bible's 10 Commandments. And I quote, anyone who is familiar with the 10 Commandments will immediately recognize that these 7 tenets offer an easier path to equanimity than do the famous 10. The first of the 10 Commandments, thou shalt have no other gods before me, asserts the primacy of a single deity rather than the primacy of compassion and empathy. It prescribes competition between religious worldviews, the very antagonism expressed by Christian students in Bremerton and Christian callers from across the country. More broadly, the 7 tenets emphasize positive pro-social values rather than bad behaviors to be avoided. They largely express egalitarian values that transcend tribal boundaries, in contrast to the 10 Commandments, which endorse the view that women, slaves, and livestock are possessions of men. They invite inquiry rather than certitude and individuality over tribalism. The Satanic Temple is a faith-based community that describes itself as facilitating the communication and mobilization of politically aware Satanists, secularists, and advocates for individual liberty. Recently, the Satanic Temple made headlines after offering to escort Muslims who were afraid to have their homes out of fear of a growing anti-Muslim backlash resulting from the last year's Paris terrorist attacks. In addition, the Satanic Temple has been on the front lines in defending a woman's right to an abortion and promoting the separation of church and state guaranteed by the First Amendment to the U.S. Constitution. Bottom line, when it comes to morality, the Satanic Temple's 7 tenets are morally superior to the Bible's 10 commandments. And like I said, guys, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, and thank you.